Hi YouTube, it is your girl Lexi, and even though I may seem like I have a smile on my face, my heart is very heavy. Today was a very hard day for anybody who is semi-human. You saw a lot taken out of a lot of people on these YouTube streets, and I'm built of a different character, so even at my lowest, I'm still at my best. Let's get right into it. As you can see from the title, it was truly a takedown Tuesday, and I hate that I feel like I put a prelude into that because I commented to a new subscriber this morning saying we had Monday Mayhem. Let's see what Takedown Tuesdays takes us to. And the reason why I said that was going to be the title of my video from the very start of this morning, and I did not realize just how much fruition would come of it. So as you guys already know, I was duped too. Kaya Land is not Kaya. I have been a part of Kaya Land since the Queen's Court last year. And I could swear, and guys, please correct me if I'm wrong because you know I'm about to pull some receipts. I could swear that T.S. Madison stated Kaya Land TV. I almost want to say I saw it on their Friday the 13th in October's post where she finally posted Kaya's info, and the YouTube page was Kaya Land. So again, I'm making this video. I don't know if that is receipts, but I'm getting ready to pull those receipts. Now again, guys, I've got some notes. I took some notes today. So if I'm looking down, please apologize. The reason why I'm looking down is I want to give you as much facts as possible. So again, we start the morning off with Alex on Periscope. Now, yes, I did download Periscope because a lot of people are throwing a lot of shade on Periscope and getting away with it because there's not a lot of following. So if you want the truth, you want the teas, please download Periscope. It is free. You don't have to post. You can just be a lurker like me because that's what I plan on being. Anyway, so Alex is getting caught up in his lies. I am an Alex supporter, but that support is waning fast. He is getting caught up in his lies. He started off on Periscope talking about how he didn't watch the Queen's Supreme Court, but we were on his live when he was watching it and he was queening. He was standing. So how you gonna tell us? Yeah, you stopped it about 7 to 10 minutes in, but you were still watching it, and I feel like you watched it after the fact. He let it be known on his Periscope. He was like, oh, I didn't even watch it. What were your guys' opinions? And then he was given details that only a person who could have watched it had. He had details I didn't even have because I told you guys, I fell asleep. I caught it at the tail end, most likely, from the sounds of it now. Some people have said I caught it at pretty much the beginning because they were like 30 minutes late and I clocked in at 10:45 or 7:45 my time. I don't know. But he had facts I didn't have before his live tonight, guys. But you let me know how you feel about what he was saying there. Then he started standing for Dineva. Alex, you got your start by roasting Dineva. You did not hit mainstream YouTube until you roasted Dineva. And for the fact that now you've turned a complete 180, it's not a 360 because you didn't start where you came from. You were a polar opposite. You turned a complete 180, and now all of a sudden, Dineva would be great for the show. Guys, watch my previous videos. I put out there into the spaces that those two were going to be guest judges. I just didn't know when. It's coming, and it's coming soon. And I'll get into how I know that. So let's move forward. The rumor mill, and I want to address this because a subscriber and a commenter, Ace, he asked me to dig into why Kaya had her Instagram blocked. So the rumor mill, and leave it to messy people, they will always lead you to the light. You just got to take their mess and then go from there. But the rumor mill is Kaya made threats. And I was like, I watched Kaya's stuff when I was asleep. Did she make a threat? Did she make a threat? I watched it last night. No, she said, and I quote, and I actually wrote it down. She stated, for anyone who thinks they will run up on me in the hood, I will shoot you. To me, that's a promise. That's not a threat. Is that horrible to say? I promise you, you will not leave the same way you came if you run up on me. That's not a threat, in my opinion. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Now, I'm saying this because this is the exact same thing that Maddie has said. Remember when Maddie got super drunk? What was that? Early December? When they were still upstairs and Maddie was like, for all you people, don't forget that there is a bat and balls, baseballs, in between my legs. I'm still a man. I will slap you down like Trick Daddy does. Y'all don't remember that? That was a threat. If you want to say that what Kaya said was a threat. I'm pulling receipts, y'all. I am pulling receipts. Remember when Sean said, I will run you over on one of his lives just a couple of weeks ago? That wasn't a threat, honey. He was being 100 factual. And then even cemented, bona fide, whatever you want to call her. I know her as both. I know her as Miss Chelsea. She even said, I got something for you if you come for me in these streets. It's not that serious on YouTube. So people are making baseless claims. And I say people because I'm going to get into who it probably was. People have said it was Maddie. People have said it was Maddie's team. People have said it was Maddie's stands. We're going to get into that in just a little bit on who it was because all of this is starting to tie together. It is becoming so sad, but we need to talk about it because, as I've said in previous videos, in the instance that we are under 45's presidency, we now more than ever need to be telling the truth, be unabashed in our truth, and be able to move forward in our truth. And that's what we're going to do tonight, and that's what we're going to continue to do. All right, let me move on in my notes. So we've talked about Alex standing and queening for this position. Opportunist isn't even the word. Opportunist isn't even the word when it comes to him. Right now, he on some other mess. He really is. I've got a couple of questions tonight. So my first question from my audience is, why is everyone afraid to speak the truth on Madison? Is Maddie Mob that strong? Much like the beehive, and please don't sting me, bees, because I love me some bee. Me and her are exactly 366 days apart. I feel like we have a connection because we are Virgos. Virgos are strong. I'm not as strong as she is in the relationship department because I could not be with the Jay-Z. I was with a Jay-Z type, and the key word was because he had to get ghosted after so many times. And when I say so many times, it was like 3 or 4 times. I'm spilling my own tea. It's the truth. I'm not as strong as her. We did not have children because I chose not to have a child with him. It was my choice. And to this day, I think I made the right choice. But let me digress from now. So The same way that people are treating Madison is the same way that they treating Queen Bee, Beyonce, whatever y'all want to call her, Beyonce, if for the people who don't like her. Here's my thing. She is not on that status. She's not on that level. Hell, even Beyonce ain't even on that status. But why are we so afraid to speak the truth here? Why are we so afraid to just call a spade and say, hey, you being messy, you are being belligerent, you are being spiteful and hateful, and I want to be on your team. I want to support you, but I can't. The Jesus in me will not allow that. Why can't we have that conversation, y'all? So that's just question number one. Let's fast forward to this afternoon, this evening, guys. Sean is live and out loud. Passa was preaching today and I was here for it. I did call in early. And thank you, Sean, I'm so scared now because people are recognizing my voice. And I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I've always had something about my voice. When I was little, because I responded to somebody who has become a staunch supporter, and I appreciate that. But when I was little, I had a speech impediment, so I really did not speak. My mother loved me enough, and please don't take that as a dig, y'all, but my mama loved me so much, she put me in speech therapy. Not only that, she knew I had a phobia. She put me in gymnastics. She put me in tap. She put me in jazz. Like, my mama had me in so many programs. She had me in a private school. My mama loved me enough to nurture the stigma out of me, if that makes sense. And I always tell her, to be honest, and this is going to be a very telling video, guys. I am so sorry, but something in me is just making me talk. My mom was in the military. My mama is still with us, thank God, for all 65, going on 66 of her years. My mom, and I'm sorry if I get emotional, my mom has gone through so much, and I will always love her for that. And that's why I'm doing this platform, because in my opinion, this is something she wants me to do. She pushed me to finish school. She pushed me to be good, and she named me my name. And I'm not going to put my government name out there, but my name literally means defender of man. It is Greek. She told me, and it's a funny story, I tell people this. When I was born, for months, I was supposed to be named Larissa. You can look at me, I am not a Larissa. She said she took one look at me and she said, you're not a Larissa. And she named me my name. And she said she doesn't know where it came from, but that's what was on her heart the moment she saw me. And I can't thank her enough. When I was going through school, yes, guys, I had everything. You may be able to figure out what my name is because I was called dyslexia. People, and I'm not crying because of that, because now I'm just like, that was dumb as hell. But I'm crying because just how much my mama loved me. So anyway, let me get back to my review, guys. I'm so sorry. But this just goes, and it's kind of a prelude to the rest of this review because of what is going on. Sean is loud. He's out live. He is unabashed. He has his American flag scarf tonight. And by the way, he probably got that from Old Navy because I got that a couple of years ago and I love that scarf to this day. Let's go ahead and go back to the calls. You guys heard me on the calls. Sean recognized my voice. So Sean was on AT Aliens Live last night. And I didn't see him in the comments. Maybe you guys did, or maybe he was a lurker. I appreciate that. So thank you, Sean, if you ever watched this video. Um, there was a caller who said that Little Mo copped a smoking, quote unquote, something prior to the show. What? Where do we do that at? Like, I'm gonna be 1000%. I don't smoke. Probably why I'm not all over the place. I'm not saying smokers are all over the place. I'm just saying I don't know how I would react to a recreational smoke. Little Mo did open up last night, and it was very sad when she was like, when TS, and again, this goes back. You did not do your research, or you were trying to be damn messy and getting a scoop, TS, because I knew that Little Mo had a miscarriage. Somebody else posted that before, that way before this show, and then you gonna ask her about being pregnant? Really? Who does that? And maybe that's why Little Mo withdrew. Maybe that's why she went into her space. And anytime that you lose a child, or the thought of losing a child, to a woman that does something to you that you will never, ever understand unless you have been a woman who has gone through that. And again, I'm opening up tonight, and I'm going to speak about something on that level for the simple fact I have been there. I have been there to the point, and I'm actually not going to get emotional about that. Again, remember yesterday I said there's a way to get me hood? I think y'all just figured out how to get me hood. But this ain't it. When you are a woman, no matter your path in life, you believe that your talent, your God-given ability is to bring forth a child. And whether it's your first pregnancy or your 15th pregnancy, you have this nature within you that says you are to care for that life. That life is a life. And this is not a pro or anti abortion thing. This is when you are a woman, that is what you know. There's something that clicks in you. The moment that you realize that you're pregnant, something says, I have to protect this life at all costs. And when you lose it unexpectedly, that is crushing. You feel defeated. That's something you're not going to get over, especially not in a day, a week, a month, a year. You're not going to get over it. Some people never get over it. I don't think anybody ever gets over it. At least I know I don't. So, and yes, the Bible says that some women are barren, some women are meant to be mothers. In my opinion, I think we're all meant to be mothers in a way. Little Mo has a tribe of children, but a loss is still a loss, and we need to respect that. Maddie needed to respect that. So I don't know if Maddie took the time to figure out who was going to be on her stage, but if she didn't, you're dead ass wrong for that, and I'm gonna call you out. And if any Maddie mob wants to comment, bring it. Because if you haven't seen from my other posts, I'm not going to get loud, ghetto, and a brash with you, boo-boo. I'm going to shut you down real quick, and we can keep going back and forth, but I'm going to slap you down with so many facts, it's not going to be cute. So again, bring it. If you would like to, if you have the time, because I always have the time. Even when I'm at work, I have the time. I have that type of job where I make great money and still have time. Let's get back, guys. So, everybody, including Sean, And much to my chagrin, everybody has said that Kaya and Maddie, they needed each other. They were polar opposites, but that is what made the show work. It was like, what was that show with, what was his name? God rest his soul. Oh, goodness. Robin, what was it? Robin Williams? Yes, no. Yes, Robin Williams, where it was Mork and Mindy. They were complete opposites. He was an alien. Things like that. That is where the best things happen. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you had this hip hop inner city kid who went into the burbs and learned to coexist. They didn't get along. They felt some kind of way about each other, but those are the type of things, and I completely agree. My tea was confirmed. Buddha was in production last night. There were so many callers on Passes Live tonight that said that, and I was like, yay! Like, I do this for fun. I do this because I have a voice. I do this because I have a certain way of putting things together. And to know that I'm not just spitting blah to you guys, that means the world to me. I did have a moment where, and I have to swallow my pride and watch the Instagram live. And the reason why I say that is there was some unspilled tea. Not everybody's following up on it, but I'm going to follow up with it for you guys. Where Maddie, of course, in the main show, we all saw Maddie was like, I will never work with her again, her being Kaya. And she said, no, Hollywood Unlocked. She has said this everywhere, only to turn around in Instagram where people kept calling, saying, hey, boo-boo, we love you. We love you more with her. What you gonna do about it? Where she was like, I would work with her again. Was that a play for her fans? Considering what has happened within the past, I want to say 12, not even 12, 24 hours now, I don't think that's ever going to happen now. I had another follower, or I hate the word follower, subscriber who said, hey, can you dig into why Kaya's video or Instagram was blocked? I went over that at the beginning of the video. But we now have who did it. It was Gio. It was Gio himself. Why? Because Gio is making Empire Strikes Back moves. Gio is going full Darth Vader on people, and I don't even know why. Is he mad because people were calling him out? I want to know if he's still employed by Madison after last night when he tried to jump on the screen and people called him out for that. Those are things I want to know, but it was Gio, and the reason why we know it was Gio because Gio turned right around after AT-Alien Miss Michelle Brown put up the exclusive that she was now working with Kaya to help Kaya restore her Instagram page, and all of a sudden AT-Alien got her third strike. Again, where are we doing this at? Who wakes up in the morning, yawns, stretches, before they brush their teeth and say, today, I'm going to get at least 2 people kicked off of YouTube? Who does this? Apparently Gio does. As you can see by the title, I have now dubbed this black opera, this black soap opera, nighttime soap opera, dramatic series as the shade tree grows. The reason why I say this is Alex goes live, and again, I'm reading my notes, guys, so when I look down, please forgive me. Alex goes live as Michelle is starting to really get in the meat of taking her calls. It's so weird because as soon as Michelle dropped in her live on her personal page again that Kaya reached out to her and they needed a helping hand, all of a sudden Alex comes out with his review of the Queen Supreme Court. Like, you tired. You are late. We already know how you feel. You just been really quiet about it all day. You was sneaking it on to your 1,500 followers on Periscope as opposed to manning up and coming on YouTube. And again, not a dig at Alex, but it's the truth. You sat up there on Periscope and kikied with the followers there, but then you came back onto YouTube and was super diplomatic. We ain't got time for it. Please be authentic. Please be 100, because everybody followed you because they felt that you were an upfront type of person, only for you to come back and show us something different. Like, that's something that Michelle did bring out, that a lot of people on YouTube have personalities. The person that you were seeing right now on this is 100% bona fide me. Anybody who knows me in real life in Vegas can say this is 100%. This is Lexi. This is not the Lexi at work. This is not the Lexi when she, well, actually, this is the Lexi when she in front of her mama, because she can't be nobody but Lexi, or her mama will call her out in a heartbeat. But when Lexi is on stage and she has to perform, and I call work and work environment and work functions, even if it's after hours, it's still a work function, a stage. That's that Lexi. This is the 100% wrong Lexi. So, but there are a lot of people who are putting up a front, and the fronts are getting exposed. So, as diligent, free thinking individuals, I hope that you are watching who people are, watching who they think they are, and you are able to make that assertion and move forward. One thing I wanted to drop, there's two things. One, Michelle exposed her bomb tonight. Second, Sean Passa, he has a fan. Michelle has started following you, boo. You have been removed from the block list. Amen. Amen. I just have to say that because Sean has great content, and Sean is really free thinking, and he is one of the people who encouraged me to do this. Back to Michelle's bomb drop. Sounds like Mr. Alex Rogers is a turncoat. And I say this because Michelle, she was raw and she was uncut tonight. She straight up said, hey, when I called him, and I told you I called him, I recorded that conversation. I did look it up in the state of Georgia. Georgia is one of the few states that you can record a conversation without advising someone. That's a lot of reason why there are a lot of corporate offices in Atlanta. Little fun fact, guys. In the state of Nevada, you have to advise that you're recording the call, but the person does not have to consent to it. Them continuing the conversation is an affirmation of consent. They do not have to say on the recorded call, I consent to be recording. Fun fact. So, from what she said tonight on her live, it sounds like Alex was talking mess about Maddie, about different people. So, is the Reading Rainbow really a unified front? We'll see. I'm sure if Sean caught that live last night, and tonight, I'm sure Sean did if he heard me on the live last night. So, I'll be interested to see just how murky the shade tree grows tonight. So, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm almost at the 30-minute mark. To everybody who has subscribed, thank you. To the comments, thank you. To the likes, thank you. Peace, love, and light, guys. Have a good night.